Okay, I'm up at Birdsland in Belgrave, or Belgrave South. Going for a fairly long walk down to Lysterfield today. This place is busy. It's the first good day it's first Saturday of spring and it's an amazing day. I'll be following Monbolt Creek for a little while, then I'm going to cut down to Lysterfield around the lake and back up, be about 20k, so I'll catch up with you later. So I'm not expecting to be lonely on this walk. It's very, very popular. It's these two parks. I might get some quiet spot in between as I kind of get to the back of one park and the top of Lysterfield. We'll see, but it's going to make a phobia of filming when there's people around. It might be an interesting video today. We'll see how it goes. So from what I understand, this is I'm on a Monbolt Creek, and these are flood retaining basins, or it's flood mitigation. So there's this lake here, there's another lake around the corner to stop it running into Dandenong Creek and flooding the whole of southeastern Melbourne, my house included. Back when they built all this, they've obviously prettied the area up. And it's definitely a nice spot for a walk now. So this is a slightly bigger lake, this one, or retaining basin, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to swing around the right side. I'll come back tonight in a few hours on the left. And those hills in the background, in the distance, that's what I'm heading up into. Alright, that's pretty much the end of my lake walking until I get down to Lysterfield. Time to head up into the trees, up into the hills and the trees. Probably see a few roos today too if we're lucky. So I'm heading along Dargan track. So a lot of this walk is reclaimed farmland, and I don't know if you can hear the cows mooing in the valley down below me, but yeah, there is farmland just through those trees. So I'm going to swing down this track and then up that track on the heading up the hill down there. I always like walking up this like hanging valley. A lot of kangaroo grass, and it's just a nice little valley. It seems to be a million miles away from the city, even though the city's only probably half a k away in any direction. The suburbs. But yeah, it's a favourite little spot up here. Okay, I'm in Lysterfield now. So that's Birdsland over there. Thank God there's a set of traffic lights here across Wellington Road, because she's busy little thoroughfare, this one. Alright, no more roads for a while now. So I've just come down Boys Farm track, and I'm going to swing right here onto east-west break. I think I'm following east-west break, yeah. There's a few tracks that go off at tangents around here. So I'm going to go, but I'm heading down that one there. Looks nice enough. If anyone wants to do this walk, they're probably best to try and follow along home on a map, I reckon. Because there's a lot of left, right, a lot of tracks. It's one of those types of walks. Anyway, all good. Okay, I've just come down east-west. Now I'm swinging down Powell's track. So I've swung left off to east-west, heading downhill on Powell's track. So it's a fairly long run down this track now. I'll probably find it for about 4 k's down to the pretty much where I cross the dam wall, Lysterfield Lake wall. Not much danger of getting lost either. It's pretty straight. Seen quite a few mountain bikers. Lysterfield's, I've mentioned it before, it's where they had the mountain bike competition, the Commonwealth Games when they were in Melbourne a few years ago, or quite a few years ago now. There's also a lot of day walkers around like me. So yeah, no shortage of people out here, but it's just what a beautiful day. Okay, so I've left the fire track through the trees there. Picked up a single track that isn't a mountain bike track, which is good. It's called the Acacia Nature Trail by the look of it. So I'll walk this for a while. It's a nice soft surface. So give my feet a rest because I've got about, like I said earlier, I've got about 19-20 k's today. Most of it's on gravel or kind of crushed granite. So this is nice. There's even a couple, I don't know if you can see through the trees over there. I don't know if you can see the blue, that's Lysterfield Lake. Looks like they've recently cleared this track. A little bit of dieback around, unfortunately. And a nice little boardwalk through some paperbacks here. I wasn't expecting this. So this has been a particularly nice section of track. So I'm approaching the picnic area at Lysterfield Lake. It's certainly busy along there. Probably won't film too much over at the picnic area. It sounds like there's a bit of a party going on or something. Plenty of boats out today. So I've passed through the picnic area. I'm heading out now. I'll be able to do a bit more filming, I guess. It was very busy in the picnic area, in the car park area. So I'm heading on this little, another boardwalk, short boardwalk section, a little walking track section, then I'll be on fire tracks again, I think. These little blokes are a Lysterfield special. They're everywhere here. Oops, if I can get him in the screen. I've lost him. Oh, there he is. This little cutie here. So I've left the lakeside track and I'm turning up Mahogany track. So believe it or not, a little bit of shade's quite welcome today. I've been back in Victoria now for, I guess, a month. And obviously I've become acclimatised to the cold, because the little bit of heat today, and it's probably only 18, 19 degrees, I'm actually feeling it a little bit. I've never been up this, I think it's mahogany track. I've never, well, that I can remember, I've never walked this one before. This is one of the more pleasant tracks in Lysterfield, really. Some of the tracks in Lysterfield can feel like a bit of a road. Well, they are. They're basically dirt roads. They're close to vehicles, but yeah. Okay, for those following along at home, I've come down, or up mahogany track there. And I'm heading along Thompson track now, by the look of it. And this is another track that I've never walked, and this is another very nice looking track. Alright, I'm back on Boys Farm track, although a lot further down the park than I was earlier in the day. Pretty much going to follow this now all the way up to Wellington Road, I think. What a sensational day. I'm going to veer off the fire track, the Boys Farm fire track, and check out this little heritage walk. I've got no idea what it is, Boys Farm Heritage Walk. I'll add a little bit of distance today, but I don't think it's going to be too big. I've had a look at the map, it doesn't go for very far. So apparently this Boys Farm was an old farm. There's a surprise. That's a pump. This is a covered well. This is what they used to irrigate the farm. Not sure what this concrete structure is down there, but we're going to find out. Oh, this is the dairy. Okay. Oh, well, there you go. Okay, so it's about 4 o'clock, I guess. I've just gone past east-west track behind me. I'm still on Boys Farm track. I think I'm back on the fire track part of it. I got Wellington Road just in front of me, and on the other side of Wellington Road I'm back into oh, and I've got a kangaroo, I've got a wallaby hopping across in front of me too. And the camera facing me, fuck. So yeah, back into Birdsland then, and then Birdsland for the rest of the walk back to the ute. So that's all good. It's been a good walk so far. I'm probably about 15 k's in, maybe 14 k's in, something like that. Yeah, all going good. There's a servo up here that I've got to walk past. I might jump in and buy a electrolyte drink or something. Get a bit sick of drinking water all the time. Anyway, all good. I'll catch you maybe when I get over into Birdsland, because this Wellington Road section is not going to be super inspiring. I'll give you the goss there. So I've just climbed up there. And from this corner up here, this is where you can see Melbourne in the distance. Although the sun is in a very bad spot now. This is Granite Track, by the way, and I presume it's Birdsland. Not sure how they got the name Granite Track. I'm a bit facetious there. So there's the city over there. That's where I'm heading for now. Down there and up the other side. Hey mate. So I'm just dropping down into that valley now. That's where the Monbot Creek retaining basin is. If we're lucky, we might see a few roos maybe on this little hanging valley. Certainly won't be lonely on this walk, even though, I mean, it's probably because I've walked close to 20 k's, but yeah, there's a lot of people at this end, and there's a lot of people in Lysterfield. Once you leave the picnic area, you may still meet a lot of mountain bikers and day walkers around. So if you want to be a bit, have a bit of solitude, maybe consider this one on a weekday if you can get away, or an RDO or something. I'm back at the Birdsland retaining basins, retaining lakes beside Monbot Creek. How beautiful is this, eh? So I'm following this shared path back to the car, back to the ute now, on the opposite side of the lakes that I walked out on. That's just a nice, easy, quick way to finish the walk, really. Looks like I'll get back to the ute about 5. I don't know what time I left, probably around 12:30, so it's been about 4.5 hours. I'll do about 19 k's, I guess. Well, anyway, I'll touch base and go through all that in another 5 or 10 minutes. So that's Monbot Creek. Just on the other side of this little forward drive, or this little road that I'm finding back, there's a little wetland walk, so I might just duck in and have a look at it. I think it's in and back. A lot of dog noise and people noise around here. Looks like it might go around. I'm on a bit of an exploratory walk now. I'm not sure if this is private property. On my map it shows that you can go through here. That looks like a road up there. I don't know. It feels like I'm walking into someone's backyard. Anyway, in theory I go up to a little road here and then hang left and go back to meet the track that I was on. So why not do it? Oh yeah, this looks like it's I'm thinking I'm allowed to be here. Birdsland Environmental Education Centre. Yarra Ranges Council, so I reckon it's probably for the public. Okay, back on track I reckon. Okay, pretty well back at the car park now, just rejoined my four-wheel drive track that comes out there on the left of the camera. I think it's the left of the camera. Walked about 19.6 k's today, climbed about 400 metres. It was actually better than I thought. I thought it would be like these kind of management roads the whole way. There's actually some decent sections of single track, even some boardwalks in a couple of spots, so that was good. Yeah, it took me about probably 5 hours to do the walk without really pushing it, doing a bit of filming, mucking around. Definitely a good one, especially on a nice day like today. I'm just getting back to the car park now and it's still pretty full. But yeah, there's a few more car parks than there was at lunchtime when I turned up. Alright, yeah, if you're in the Dandenong Ranges or eastern suburbs of Melbourne, definitely worth checking this out. There's plenty of other little walks around this area too. You don't have to do this 20k job. Alright, I'll catch up with you soon. Catch you next time.